ready?
Yes.
So, Mike, what does it mean to be here for an event like this?
Well, I think the big thing is we lack an awareness of the scope and the depth of the problems that we're facing, broadly speaking, environmentally and specifically with climate change. And every venue that we can use to get this word out, we should. And I think it's really important, given the political climate, that you have the best science and the best people and the highest integrity of the message that you're bringing, and the people from 350.org, there's none better. Bill McKibben spoke earlier today, and he's so eloquent and gets right to the point. And it's just, I think if the majority of Americans knew and were exposed to this, we'd have a different political outcome.
How did your coming here come about? Who contacted you?
Yeah.
What did you know about Stratton going in?
Well, I was contacted by this Stratton event by Andrew Gardner, and we've talked a long time just about what 350 is doing and athletes in particular and how I could help. And I don't think that, if you care at all about the future, you want to get involved in the movement. It affects everybody, and I think one of the most frustrating things is opponents tend to marginalize and just say this is the environmentalists, this is their issue. It is everybody's issue, and it's not a sometime in the future. It's an everyday, right now, for everybody to get involved in. Our health, our planet, our future is in all our interest to get right, and this is something that we have to understand. We have to wrap our arms around, and it's not an easy thing to do, but having events like this go a long way in getting this done.
Talk about what you've done after your career and how you got involved in this in the first place, and how an athlete got involved in sustainability.
Yeah, I think in some ways I've been called an unlikely environmentalist, but I think the exact opposite. During the course of my career, like anybody else who takes their job seriously, I was very focused on that. And professional athletics don't leave you a lot of time for other things. But I read an awful lot of books. I thought about it. I got involved in my own kind of quiet way, and started recognizing probably two sides to this: the social injustice of the taking of the commons, if you will, and the other is the huge economic opportunity for those who get it right, whether it's energy or water or any of our resources. And it just intrigued me, and I thought after I get done playing, I can put my full, resources into it myself. And there's just so many worthy organizations doing such hard work, and you're swimming against the current. You're changing the way people think and react and interact with the world around them. We've come really far, but still society, particularly American society, our culture is so removed from the natural world that we don't notice these changes. We don't care if we do notice them, and they have an effect on everything: our national security, our economy, our quality of life, our health, our moral standing in the world. So there is no issue that's more important than, in my opinion, than the environment, because it touches everything else, and none in the environmental world more important than getting climate change right. So to me, it was a pretty clear thing that you see someone like Bill who's devoted his whole life to it, you'd like to do your part too.
And maybe a little bit last question about how you've used your status as an athlete, and especially a big-time athlete in New York, to promote the cause.
Well, one of the real pleasures of playing in New York is having a pretty good forum from which you can try to scream out your cause. And New Yorkers are a pretty passionate group of people and very giving. And over the years, the Rangers have been very good about supporting some of the charity events that are near and dear to me. And it's really moved since I've got done playing strictly into the environmental world. I've worked with Andrew about trying to just be part of this athletic movement. And I think that connection between athletes, their health and performance, and certainly the environment and health is such a clear one. I started a group called Athletes for a Healthy Planet that does just that. You're trying to have athletes just say, look, we need to get this right. We care about this. We care about the water we drink, the air we breathe, as athletes and as people. And in a way, we're all athletes. We're all here walking, talking, sitting out in nature or in an office building. This air we breathe and the water we drink matters to our health, and we need to get it right. So I've tried to use whatever level of status I have as an athlete to encourage other athletes to do the same, and to encourage the general public to increase their awareness. It's crucial.